Hey YouTubers, what's going on? I'm gonna do a quick little care and setup video for my bearded dragon. Um, it's a water dish, good, somewhat humidity for shedding. That's pretty much it. Hold the water. Little hide. She doesn't really use it though. She went like once when I first got her to hide from me, but that's natural. Since then, she never uses it. Got mealworms. She eats once in a while, not often. I got a cactus and a decor kit. Skull. I got a bunch of other things I put mostly with my leopard gecko, but I put some in here too. I got a nice branch I got at a reptile expo last month. I'm gonna cover that at the end of the video. I'm using reptile carpet for substrate. You don't really want to use sand. You could if you want to, but there's a risk of impaction and it could lead to death for your bearded dragon or any reptile you keep on sand really. But I know people that keep them on sand and have no problem whatsoever. But it's completely up to you. I might move her to sand when she gets fully grown. She doesn't really have any trouble eating. She doesn't touch the ground when she dives for crickets. Like she'll stop if she knows she's not going to get them. I've not seen her ever really get the ground by accident. Um, for lighting, I have. It's just meant for a 10-gallon, but since I had it extra, I threw it on here. It's a UVA UVB bulb, a 10.0 Reptisun. You always want to use Reptisun because they're just better bulbs. The Reptiglow is usually they risk of causing blindness, I guess, in your animal. I've read they aren't as good as the Reptisun. I know that Reptisuns are a little more expensive, but they're safer to use. I'd research the Reptisun and the Reptiglow on your own, but Reptisun's the brand you want. That much I do know. I also got one of these all-in-one UVA UVB bulbs that provide heat. Since I couldn't get this to cover the whole thing, so I mean, works perfectly fine. No problem whatsoever. Let's see. Temperature, you want them to be, for a baby, you want it to be from, I'd say, 100 to 115, maybe 120, I've read. Do your own research. It's always what you should always do. Don't just listen to someone and do what they do. Just gather your own information, do it your own way. That's pretty much the best way. But like, do the research. For cool side, I have it at 80 right now. It's a good rule of thumb for pretty much any reptile, in my opinion. If you don't know the temperatures, always start at 80. That's what I've usually recommended to people. Some, like the leopard geckos, I know they can go lower. They don't really like going above 80, but for a lot of things like snakes, lizards, 80 is a good rule of thumb for any cool side area that's for like heat. Humidity wise, during shedding, you need, I'd say, maybe a little bit more humidity than 0%, but it's whatever. It's a desert animal, doesn't need heat. It's dry heat. Doesn't need humidity, my bad. Anyway, I have her in a 20 long right now. I have a 40 breeder on the side for when she gets fully grown, like I said, but that's down the line. I actually got her at the Reptile Expo in White Plains on September 11th, 2011. So I really want to do a pickup video because I just love looking that up online, see what people get. I wanted to make my own since I got 3 animals that day, but I just didn't have time. So hopefully when I go next month, the November one in White Plains, I'll do a pickup video because I might be getting either a tegu or a red-tailed boa, but I'm not sure yet. Definitely getting supplies, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm getting yet. She was. I talked the guy down to 60. I think she was like 70 or 65, but definitely talked her down. So good deal on her. She's like, I forget what type she was, a mix, but you can't really even see it on the camera. Her sides and arms are really red. Her back is like normal colored, but her sides are really red. Her tail actually has some nice tinges of red in those stripes, but the camera never really picks up anything. Well, that's pretty much it, I think. If I forgot anything, leave me a comment. I'll add it in the description. Thanks for watching.